Oh, no, no, don't tell me they're working for her. Don't tell me they are working for Martha. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Is this thing on? Nothing like doing the intro twice. Sorry, I literally just had the whole intro sorted then and then realised and looked at my phone that I had 19 minutes of recording time because I didn't delete the footage from last video. As you can see, I have curtains, finally. Episode 3, where's the time going? Season 3, Episode 3. We've got 5 episodes left, if you're counting this one. No. 6. We're on episode 3. I have literally just replied to the comments from episode 1. Obviously, I did read them a little bit before, but I've only just had time to reply to them. I need to keep in mind that even if Jonas is middle-aged, he should know what a younger Jonas has done. Even if it is from a Jonas from a different time point, they are still older, so they should retain the knowledge of what Jonas knew as a younger Jonas. That's all I've got to say. Oh, we've got so many more episodes to do that, and then we're done. That ring looks so CGI, not gonna lie. Is this Townhouse? Or who I'm thinking is Townhouse? And that's the... Wait. Stick runners creator. Yes, that's the stick, that's the cane, whatever it is. I just saw the ring, and it was the universal... You know the logo that Noah had? Is it Noah? Is it Noah? Is this guy Noah? Because Noah's gone, but that's one version. It could be Peter Noah. This person who I said that I don't know who it is it Townhouse? But then, why do I feel like there's something to do with Peter, the Noah version of Peter? Yeah, Martha's World, Peter, Noah. Not Peter, but Noah. But the person that plays Peter. Why do I feel like there's some connection there with something to do with Townhouse and Charlotte? But that is the ring that Noah has tattooed on his, was it his back? Yeah, because it was his back, because wasn't it Bartos that has it on the chest? Oh, I got really excited then, because I was like, oh, book, I can read, and I'm like, wait, no, still can't read German. We'll get around to it one day, hopefully in the next 5 years, I will be able to read German. That's not the guy I thought it would be. I'm guessing that's his father, uncle, guardian, whatever. I'm guessing that child then that was blind or cataract. I don't know. I'm guessing it says blind when he was trying to touch Martha's face, so I'm just going to go with it as blind. I'm guessing that's the guy from the last episode, but the young kid version. Like, it's not a case of like they had vision and then they didn't. They've clearly been blind. So Townhouse wears the glasses, like the younger version, and the middle, like the older version that we saw, obviously making the time machine. So maybe it's not Townhouse. It's just that the building was called Townhouse. So I might have just thought, oh, it's Townhouse, but shut up. Oh, no, I'm not doing it. I literally just said there's something to do with Noah and Charlotte, and that's Charlotte's pocket watch. Why? Who is this guy? Who is this guy, and why does he have Charlotte's watch? Unless this is Noah, the blind person, and there's some sort of like miracle through Jesus. Sorry, again, I'm not religious, so I can say that. Apologies if that's offensive if you do believe in Jesus, but as I said, I don't. So, but if there was some sort of miracle where he could suddenly see again. We saw Noah as a young, like, teenager, so it can't be Noah, surely.
Warum sterben wir?
Die Toten sind niemals ganz tot. Der Zeit.
So that's him. That's done the typical like flashback forward, whatever. But why does he have the watch? Unless it's Noah's father or son. I don't know. I'm not... Somebody just get... I'm gonna sneeze. Oh! I'm not emotionally attached to his character yet. I was about to say, who uses telegrams anymore, but it literally is 1800s. One of what? Guys, I want to kind of know a bit more about outside the show. So, obviously, I've just realised he's just said that like, you're from the future. I was literally... This is how bad my addiction to Pepsi Max is. I was about to say, I would be distraught in the past because when Pepsi Max doesn't exist... When I don't have Pepsi Max, I am not in a good mood. It's literally... You can't even say it's sugar because there's no sugar in it. but I'm addicted to Pepsi Max. What would you all miss? Like, your current modern day access to things, like, what would you miss? Like, if you went back to the 1800s, what would you miss if, like, that you like to have now in present day that would not be available in the 1800s? Mine's Pepsi Max. I love it. I would just go straight to food thinking about it, being like a friggin' tubby person that I am. But he says that it's from the future and as a traveller. Oh. I just realised that's Adam and Eve and the sacred apple tree. The mess that Adam and Claudia keep making through time, obviously it's going to be somebody's job to clean it up, and I feel like this person who's going around unaliving people, really don't know why, thinking about it though, that the assistant for Claudia got unalived, because unless she knew some vital information, or if it was just a message to Claudia to say, look, we can take out anybody, so watch your back, basically. Adam and Eva, Wally, sorry. Adam, unless there's another character, or that old woman who we think is Martha is, well, he even said Martha to her face, but unless she is called Eva. Think about it, Jonas is Jonas and Martha is Martha, but then Jonas changed his name to Adam, and there must be a reason for that. I've never actually questioned that, I don't know why. Did Martha change her name to Eva? I mean, it'd be better as Wally and Eva, but shut up.
Ein Ich neben unzähligen anderen Ichs.
So this is what I was trying to get at.
Wenn wir doch in Wirklichkeit alle eines unendlichen Ganzen sind.
And this is what I was saying about there's so many. There's not just 3 Jonases. There's not just a 19-year-old Jonas or 60, whatever age he is. And then the middle-aged Jonas and then Adam. There's about 10,000 of this version of Jonas at different points in time. I tried to say this, I don't think I explained it very well in the last episode, but it's like, well, there's so many different variations of the same time, like the same age character. It's easier when you've only got one version of one character, but when there's not only different age groups of the same character, but there's also different points of those characters in time, which is what I was trying to say with our original, from our perspective, the original Jonas went back in time to 2019 before Michael unalived himself, and then obviously he saw the younger version of himself there, even though it was the same age, but you know what I mean, like a few months younger. That's like 2 of the same Jonas, like there's 2 younger Jonases in one timeline. I don't normally kind of talk about set design, and I did a little bit in the Summer Hikaru about the animation styles and everything. This background, like this green, the architect of the walls, like the paneling and everything, the lights. I absolutely love this colour.
Ein Fehler in der Matrix. Adam und Eva.
That is those 2.
Das ist es, was wir sind.
Yeah. Does Killian exist in Jonas's world? Yeah, this is Martha's world because it's Ulrich and Charlotte's there. So yeah, this is Martha's world.
Grundstück der Dopplasser. Waldweg gefunden. Die Kleidung und der Walkman stammt aus den 80ern.
It's his brother. I just forgot. I don't know why. I literally have tears in my eyes there. I am so used to not seeing. Why have I got tears in my eyes? Why have I actually got tears in my eyes? Like, this is not even that serious. Why am I getting teared up that Ulrich's actually showing some physical human emotion for once, instead of thinking about himself and being like the selfish old Ulrich that we know, cheating on Katarina and everything? Katarina, that's the British slang coming out. Katrina, that's the chair, right? The portal thing. If that portal came through here and they was in the bunker in 2020, it must be. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Martha say that there's something to do with it was 3 days away for her apocalypse, so the timelines are out of sync. It's not the same. The apocalypse in Jonas's world was in June, because it was a few days after my birthday, if I remember rightly, 2020, and yet they're still in the 2019 timeline, and Martha says it's, 3 days away, so I don't know. But who's using the chair portal in Martha's world? Is it still Peter? And we've not seen a Helge yet.
Mads, Erik, der Junge im Bunker.
The boy in the bunker. Mads, Erik, the boy in the bunker. So they've already found Erik, they've already found Mads. So was this boy in the bunker Yaz? Was it Yazin? I'm cheating on the woman I cheated on my wife with. He's cheating on Hannah because his wife was Katerina. They separated, so Hannah is now his wife, and he's basically saying he's cheating on the woman he cheated on. He's now cheating on somebody that he used to cheat on his original wife with. I get it, yeah, never mind. But it's kind of the same, like, that's the same core of what we've got from Ulrich and Jonas's world, because when things get crazy, he did the same with Hannah, because he was cheating on Katerina with Hannah. When things got tough with Mads, he tried to pull away from Hannah, which she hated. This is why Jonas is getting so stressed, because they're basically stuck. And this makes sense how this Jonas becomes the Adam that we know, because it's 1888, and then the Adam that we know is based in 2021. So this Jonas is the Adam that we know, in a sense. I might be wrong here, but if you think about it, because they've got no time machine to get out, or no fuel for the time machine, should I say, he then grows to be Adam's age, because he's currently, 49? They're stuck, so that's why he ages. But then he also gets all those time scars on him. How does he get all those scars if he's stuck and he can't then gain any more time scars because he's stuck?
Das ist nicht Martha.
Yeah.
Sie ist tot.
Wait, is there some kind of jealousy thing here? Wait, no. I was just about to say, we know that Bartos has a thing for Martha. Martha is gone, and there's this Martha from Martha's world. What would be the reason that Noah unalives Bartos in the cave in 1921? Is there some sort of jealousy thing? Adam was in charge of Noah, which we realise later on, but I don't think at that time we knew that Noah was puppeted by Adam. Is my theory correct? But again, that's his biggest fear, because he's been saying for so long that he doesn't want to become the Adam that we know today. He's been trying to change the past and change his ways to then make sure that when he gets to Adam's age and becomes Adam, in a sense, he's different to the Adam that we've got now, because obviously this Adam we've got now unalives Martha, and he's just not got the best intentions, supposedly. So I think that's his biggest fear, that he's like, yeah, you unalived her. But technically for him, it hasn't happened. It's happened yet in his past, in 2019 or 2020, I don't know. But it hasn't happened for him yet, because he's still not Adam's age. So yes, he's done it, but he hasn't, in his own timeline, done that. And I think that's what's eating him up, because he knows that that's his future if things don't change. No, leave him be. Leave him be. Let him cool off. I'm actually going to bring popcorn to episode 8, guys. I always say this, where's my popcorn? The final episode, I will bring popcorn. Jealous is an ugly thing. You know, I realise how annoying this is probably for you guys watching, because I just realised that I'm rooting for Adam again. I'm rooting for Jonas. I'm not rooting for Adam, but I'm rooting for Jonas. And yet, 6 episodes ago, I was like, no, screw Jonas. He's literally so focused on frigging Martha and everything that he is blind to what he needs to be doing. But I do apologise. I keep realising how I keep just flip-flopping between... I will never, ever flip-flop back to Claudia, though. I just want to point that out. I don't think I could ever forgive her. No matter what would happen, I know she got the best intentions trying to give Regina a pity end. And obviously she's trying to fix the whole Egon thing. But I don't think I'll ever be able to forgive Claudia. I'd never be able to see Claudia the same again. It's almost as if they're like soulmates. As if soulmates are a real thing. Yeah, the soul.
Auf ewig bindet. Adam hat versucht, es zu trennen.
And that's the coin. That's the coin. That's the coin that I said. I'm sure it says number 1 on. I can't remember.
Du und ich.
You and I.
Schwarz und weiß. Licht und Schatten.
So it's not... I always thought it was... Before I knew who Noah was properly, and who was in charge of Noah and pulling the strings, I always thought it was Adam and Noah, and then I realised that obviously it was Adam and Claudia. And I always said that Claudia was the white devil, because it was black and white, dark and light. So then that would make Adam the dark devil, like the dark and the light. but then she's saying that she's the light. So was Claudia never... Well, we all know, obviously, now with this being Adam and Eve, that... Well, Adam and Eva, that Jonas and Martha are representing other versions of Adam and Eva. Was Claudia never the big bad wolf? Like, she is still the big bad bitch. I can't not say it, but so is Claudia not as... Because I've always been putting, like, Adam and Claudia here on the same level, but are we now saying that, obviously, Adam's here, Martha is also now jumped up to be on the same level because they are different versions of Adam and Eva, and Claudia's like somewhere in the middle down here. Again, I'm trying to just look at what the facts are right now.
Wenn du willst, dass deine Martha lebt, dann musst du dich für die Seite des Lichts entscheiden.
It can't change. It's the same. How can he change the Martha thing now? Because by Adam unaliving Martha, that kicked in the events exactly the same kind of thing as if you look at the whole Mikkel and Michael thing, that this whole world exists because, not because, but in this world, obviously Jonas doesn't exist because Mikkel never went back to become then Michael and then have Jonas with Hannah, because he never went back, because Jonas never came like here to guide Mikkel through the cave to come back in time. But what she's basically saying is that he can change it, but then he can't, because if he goes and changes that Martha doesn't get unalived by Adam in his own timeline, then it's a contradictive paradox again, where it will just be a loop of she will constantly unalive every time, because the events, he causes the events by then trying to change the events. So it has to, it's another fixed point again that he can't change, because it affects everything if he was to try and change it.
Ich will überhaupt gar nichts mehr müssen. Ich hab die Schnauze voll davon, immer irgendwas zu müssen.
I'm gonna say, he's literally just a puppet in this. Like, he's not done anything himself.
Willst du, dass sie lebt?
Yes, but how? How is she expected to live? I'm so stressed. I forgot to mention last episode, when we found out who Katerina's real mother was, I was obviously under the impression that I thought it might have been Hannah. Hannah has had a child. Was it Sebastian? No, it was Danny. No, Danny was Enos's son. Sebastian? I can't remember the name, but we know that Hannah has had a child with Egon in the 50s, which is why I thought that would be Katerina, but obviously we don't. It's Helene. Hannah went back to the 50s under the guise of being called Katerina, same name, I can't remember, but I just want to point out that I'm now aware that obviously Hannah is not Katerina's mother, which means that Claudia has a brother. That was another thing that I had to think about the fact that not only does now Regina have Ulrich as a brother, but Claudia has a brother. Is Claudia's brother Agnes's husband, Trant's father? Is Claudia's brother her side piece's father? Did I just get onto something there? And then bam, fell through a portal. It's like that game, Portal. Oh, I could just eat whatever that is. It's like a chocolate. Oh, no. Friggin' no, I'd rather choke. I've just seen who it's from. Well, it's not at your house. Sorry. No, in fact, it actually looks longer. Oh, wait, no, it's her hair. She's making the hair connection, realising that the hair that was on when Ulrich had gone out in the morning and he'd said that he'd been to Katerina's, and then obviously she spoke to Katerina and Katerina said no. She's putting two and two together that the hair that was on Ulrich's clothing was her hair. That was so awkward. Why was that so weird? I've got no sympathy for you. You're a home-wrecking cow. Sorry, that was the best PG I could come up with. What the hell is like, something just happened. It was almost like a switch in her brain, literally just switched there. Something happened.
Hast du da noch was gesehen?
Nee.
If Mikkel also never went through in this universe, then there's no reason for any of the other characters to go through, because Jonas went through to look for Mikkel in the 80s, so then nobody else would have gone through the cave. Ulrich wouldn't have gone into the cave. Is there any time travel in this world at all? Because I'm trying to think of, I don't think there's any, apart from Martha. Martha's got the golden ball snitch thing, what I called it. Has anybody gone through the cave yet? It all had a knock-on effect from the original, like, Jonas and Mikkel with the cave and everything. Oh my god, I've still got 36 minutes. I need to really stop waffling.
Hast du Ich war auch das Gefühl, den Verstand zu verlieren.
Yep.
Vielleicht lag er schon da.
Ich weiß, was ich gesehen habe.
So she's trying to rationalize it, and he's just like, no, it literally happened.
Und so wie du deine Vergangenheit nicht loslassen kannst, habe ich mein Leben lang an meiner festgehalten. Du musst ihr zeigen, wie alles zusammenhängt.
Is this where it's a loop? Because Martha's world Martha came to Jonas's world to bring Jonas to her world, to then have the old Martha here explain to Jonas that he needs to show the younger Martha that hasn't travelled to Jonas's universe yet that she needs to see her future to understand, to then that original, like the Martha that hasn't travelled yet, to then become the Martha with the short hair that then goes to Jonas's world to bring this Jonas back to her world, to then obviously explain and say that she has to then go obviously bring him back, and then he needs to explain to her that you will have to go to my world to then bring me here. It's like it's the knot again. They're so intertwined.
Sie ist an dein Schicksal gebunden.
Why has she got what's the scar? Like, she got the scar that I've noticed it, but I've not like looked properly. That, look, her eye, it comes all the way from her tear duct across down to her cheek. It's almost like poetic in the sense that he's got the scar around his neck. It's both physical and mental suffocation, and the fact that Jonas has just said that he's so tired of being told what to do. And it's almost as if he's feeling suffocated, which is why he's got like the literal rope scar around his neck. But it's almost as if there's like a invisible rope constantly there around his neck. She's got like almost like a tear drip scar down her eye because she's unalived. Like Adam, the person she loves is the person that unalives her, and it's like almost sad, and she's like upset, and she's cried about it, and there's like a everlasting tear that she can't be with the person that she loves. Why doesn't she use the orb, the snitch? If they're stuck, but then again, is it saying like, has she not got the power to use the orb snitch again? But then, wait, this is where I'm confused, because that person said in the comments, and I rectified it at the beginning of the episode, and I just realised, no, I'm still confused, because he's just said he was in her world, and the person in the comments said that this person would remember because he is literally the older version of Jonas, but he doesn't know. This is where I'm getting confused, because he doesn't know that Jonas is in Martha's world. So it's almost as if the Jonas that's in Martha's world right now isn't the same Jonas that grows up to be this middle-aged Jonas here, because otherwise, like the person said, he'd have, like, the middle-aged Jonas should have the same memories of the younger Jonas, like the one that's in Martha's world right now. So why doesn't this Jonas, or the middle-aged Jonas, know that he was in Martha's world? It's almost as if that it's two different Jonases again, that I was trying to say earlier, that there's so many different versions of the same person. That's where there's a change in the time, because this isn't then the same Jonas in a time perspective, because he would already have the memory. This is where you see the evidence of the time changing. I don't know. Why can't I remember it? This is what I'm saying. Unless there was something that happened to make him forget.
Dieser Brief, ich hab den nicht geschrieben.
Was it the Jonas's words, Martha?
Sigmundus.
What?
Der Vater vom alten Tannhaus. Er hat versucht, jemanden von den Toten zurückzuholen.
Wait. So that was, at the beginning, the guy, I'm just going to call him the creep again, the creep unalived, that was in the cabin with the horse, and that was young version of old Townhouse and his father. So he was trying to bring back his wife. But who's his wife?
Jeder Fehler kann verhindert werden, bevor überhaupt.
This is what I've been saying. You mess around, you kill a butterfly, you destroy the
Sie sind
planet.
alle tot. In meiner Welt. Ich kann nicht aufhören zu hoffen, dass ich es ändern kann.
And that's what he thought. Because of the apocalypse. And this is where it went. He tried to change it all. Was that the orb? Yep. So is she stuck? Or has she just been hiding it until she can trust people? I'm guessing that's the fuel.
Das ist die letzte, die ich habe.
So she's got to go somewhere where she can get more fuel, otherwise she's stuck like they are here. And that looks like the God particle. Wait! No, that is the same God particle that they got, that they said that they can use to time travel. All he has to do is either incorporate that into his time machine, or just smash it and get the God particle out of it and pour it into his time machine. So she's basically just given him the fuel to get out. So she's basically just freed them all. But then why don't she just use her machine? Oh, no, no, don't tell me they're working for her. Don't tell me they are working for Martha. I trusted her. That's Charlotte's pocket watch.
Du hättest ihm sagen können, auf welchen Weg du ihn schickst.
And who is he?
Er wird nie aufhören zu versuchen, diesen Kreislauf zu durchbrechen.
Oh, is she bad?
Dass wir den Knoten erhalten müssen. Dass seine Macht sterben muss.
Is she a double agent? Why has she got Charlotte's watch? What are they for? There's just too many questions again. There will never ever not be too many questions in the show. I need to start realizing. Wait, wind and nuclear power plant volume control system. There was that incident in the 80s, that one floor where there was a fault where Bernd covered it up and then explained to Claudia about how they discovered something in the incident. Obviously, they paid all the staff to cover it up and like fix it all. The wind and nuclear power plant volume control system, is this the thing? Is whatever this is the thing that then causes the problem? Is Martha a Claudia side? Because she even said to Jonas you need to pick the dark or the light. Adam, Claudia's a Noah. Adam has been controlling Noah for the dark side. Claudia is the light side. Is this saying that Martha is controlling Claudia and Claudia is just a puppet and Martha's like the queen pin in a sense, and she's going to use this to then cause the incident in the power plant in Winden for then the time travel to be discovered, for Claudia to then go to Townhouse to get the time machine made. Oh, wait. I just realised as well, the fuel that Martha just gave to middle-aged Jonas, that's for a machine that will travel between universes. Does it also control, like, give the power to control the time as well as the universe? So has she just given the middle-aged Jonas power to universe travel on top of time travel?
Ich wollte nur hören, wie es dir geht. Ruf mich an, okay?
It's almost like she's mirroring Hannah, like she's caught feelings. That's the red string that's put on the people that's put through the chair. No, that's the one that says the one. Yeah, the one penning. Fenning. It's also not a coincidence that that's just panned from the bunker with the coin to then Helge. Is Eric's father a relation to Waller and Waller's sister? Because this looks like the same caravan that Waller's sister was living in the parking lot, and we know that this is, I can't remember his name, it's Eric's father who was working with Alexander, or is it just a completely different caravan?
Ich wollte zu Kilian.
Oh, yeah. Killian doesn't exist from what I personally know so far in Jonas's world. Why is Martha's parents so against Killian? Because they're trailer trash. Is that what he's trying to say? I don't know why people look down on people that live in mobile homes and like caravans and stuff, because what is not to love about the idea of thinking that you can literally just get your car, connect your home to your car, and if you want to go to the beach, if you're like me and you literally live hours away from the beach, you could literally just drive to the beach and then you could literally sleep in your house at the beach and have like a week by the beach. Is this where we find out who Boris is? You friggin' teasing cow. Wait, is this another proposal? Oh! I was literally just about to say, is this another proposal that she's going to want Ulrich gone? But then the creep gave Martha the watch that said for Charlotte. So was that something to do with why Martha then had Charlotte's watch? Is Charlotte then unalived in this universe by the creep? Is Alexander working with the creep? Is Alexander working with Claudia? Because I don't think we've seen Claudia in this world yet, considering Claudia is his mother-in-law. Who's that? That's obviously not her husband, it's Noah. Who's that?
Sie haben mir sehr geholfen.
Who's that? Why do I feel like there's some kind of love interest with, like, or there's some kind of connection there? But why would she want to get in touch?
Ich war beim Bunker.
Oh, this is going to fry my brain because Peter is Noah, but Noah is still with Charlotte. Is this Noah, Charlotte's father, or is he her husband, who is Franziska's father as well? Let's carry on.
Warum bist du nicht zu Hause bei Franziska? Gestern Nacht, wo war Helge da?
So is Helge Noah's father in this universe? Because he said that you went to have dinner with Helge. She asked Peter this question in Jonas's universe, because this is when there was all that whole thing about Peter got dirt in the car on the mats. This is before I knew that obviously Helge owned the cabin, because they've been to the cabin, because this was season 1 and he whacked the mats on his car, and I says you're basically just tampering evidence there, because there's evidence that the soil looks like a different colour, which was in your mats, is now smeared over your car. But then she was asking that to Peter, but this is Noah, this isn't Peter, so why is I don't understand the connection.
Nein. Ist nach dem Unfall ins Heim.
Und den Bunker hat den für irgendwas benutzt.
So they're implying that
Charlotte, was willst du?
Helge used the bunker for the time chair.
Das ist Helges.
Doppler, has he confirmed that he's Noah? Because he spoke to Jonas when Jonas went looking for Michael's gravestone and found Regina's. Did he say if he was Noah or not? I can't remember. I just saw the same. I don't know what it's called. It's what the white collar thing. Did he actually say that he's Noah? I can't remember. Is he actually Peter, but he's just a Christian like Noah?
Helge.
Yeah, he walked out the
Ist bei der
nursery.
Polizei.
Oh.
Er hat ein Geständnis abgelegt.
But he said dad, so that's Peter's dad.
Ich habe den Jungen getötet.
And what happened to his eye?
Mats?
Oh, he's gonna go crazy, yep.
Mats gemacht? Was hast du mit ihm gemacht? Du lebst.
Is this the Helge from the 50s from Ulrich beat Senseless? And he said you're alive? Because he's got a scar on the eye, because I thought like he hit him that hard. I thought they unalived him, but then people said like, oh, clear, he's unconscious. It's not the same Ulrich, so has this Helge slipped into, because this is Martha's universe, is this the Helge from Jonas's universe and is confusing this Ulrich with Jonas's Ulrich? But why would he... It's the same coin, is it not? No, wait, no, because that said federal... That just says one Fenning, and then that just says, but that might just be the other side. I feel like this episode is very informative, and it's not, apart from the fact that obviously Martha could be the equivalent of Adam, but the opposite. This episode has been pretty tame so far. Famous last words. And now he's got to tell her about
Was soll das?
everything.
Als Mikkel dir beim Zelten im Garten Spinnen in die Schuhe gesteckt hat.
You know, if somebody put spiders in my shoes, I'd left hook them straight away. I did say in the last episode that I'm not a violent person,
Auf der
but
Klassenfahrt.
when it comes to spiders, you don't joke around spiders with me.
Da, wo ich herkomme, haben du und ich die gleiche Vergangenheit.
I mean, it'd be just easier just to say, I
hast du
don't
doch nicht
exist in
alle.
this world, but I'm from another world.
Ich weiß, dass du dich
Which
gesehen
is how I know.
Gestern Nacht im Wald. Du hast es mir erzählt. Ein
Oh.
zukünftiges Ich.
I'm going to put a theoretical question towards you all now. Would it be insane for Jonas to get with this Martha, considering he doesn't exist, so technically in this universe, this isn't his aunt because he doesn't exist, so technically there's no weird like family business going off, because I'm not saying the word because YouTube really doesn't like it, but it's not that gross word that I've been saying on and off. Who's this? Oh wait, this is Jonas's world. That's the orb. Is this where Adam? Because if you remember, there was that one episode where Adam showed Jonas, the young version of Jonas, that there was that new part. Obviously, they found the God particle in the cave and everything, or around the cave, like the power plant, whatever. And that was to go through time. But then Adam showed Jonas that other newer particle that basically let you go anywhere you wanted. And is that how, because he's now got this from Martha, that you can then obviously go to different universes, that's where he got the base knowledge from to make that from this. I realise I'm probably going to have to blur most of this, like sensitivity and epilepsy and things like that. I don't want to trigger obviously anything like that for anybody. And that's the orb. That's the thing that Adam showed Jonas. Did he just ruin it? Where is Martha? Or did she use that as an excuse to make a quick exit? So she did that to get away. It was a ruse. It's gonna happen. Someone's gonna run in and join her at the exact time. Or they're not. Never mind. There's of course copyright music at the end of the episode again. But by him taking her to the cave, it will then inevitably cause his world, Jonas's world's Martha, to get unalived by Adam, because he's doing exactly what he did in his world, and he's making the same mistake by showing her time travel, which is then going to have the knock-on effect of everybody else starts time traveling because time travel has been discovered because he's shown them. Hi, I'm going to keep this very short. Yes, I'm wearing the same shirt. It's a week later. I've just realised the implications of my rant, where obviously I thought Peter was Noah, rediscovered that I was horribly wrong. That's made me realise that obviously Charlotte is sleeping with Ulrich. It's been a very long week. Peter isn't Noah. Peter is actually Peter. He is just the father, daddy. He's the person in charge of the Christian church stuff. Obviously, like Noah was, but obviously Noah isn't here. It's Peter. So it's like a weird kind of flip that obviously in Jonas's world, we know that Peter was doing something with Waller's sister in the caravan, and it was like, obviously Peter wasn't being faithful in some sort of way to Charlotte, and yet now that I've realised that Peter is actually Peter and he's not Noah, it's funny because, well, it's not funny, but Charlotte's obviously been sleeping with Ulrich, which is then obviously she's been the infidelity in the relationship in Martha's world, so it's like a flipped, mirrored. Although not everything is mirrored, I don't know why I didn't cotton on like sooner, thinking like, oh yeah, well Charlotte's obviously sleeping with Ulrich, but Peter was having something to do with Waller's sister in the caravan. The roles have kind of mirrored and flipped. Let there be light. It's got the Ouroboros, but that's not what. It's because the Sigmundus Creatus group didn't exist in Martha's world, because it was Adam's faction, and to a degree, that made Sigmundus Creatus, which is what was on that. Oh, fuck me. Sigmundus Creatus group had the three triangles, and it said Sigmundus Creatus S. This is Let There Be Light, because Sigmundus Creatus is the dark, because Adam created the dark, like, was the dark faction. Magnus has the Ouroboros tattoo. That's the same tattoo that Magnus has on his chest, because it says, why has Magnus got the Ouroboros on his chest? But then Noah had the Sigmundus Creatus tattoo on him, like the triangle thing. So is Magnus the equivalent of what Noah was? Why does Magnus have the tattoo? I know it's not a strict parallel, but like, why does Magnus have that? We're now going to see another time in Martha's universe as well, so it's going to get even more confusing, because there's going to be like Jonas A from Jonas's world, and then, should I say Martha A from Jonas's world, and then there'll be Martha B from Martha's world, but then there'll be different. We've already got 2 time points of Martha in Martha's world, so, but then we're now going through time, so. That's the right way around as well, so this is Jonas's world, September 23rd. This is, are we going to see more of that character who I said that I thought was Franziska but wasn't because she was too young? But why is she in 53? She's gone from 1888 to 2053. And that is disgusting. That makes me internally shiver, like the wasp's nest thing. Like, it makes me uncomfortable. I don't know why. Or is she the one that creates the portal? I don't know why the portal from 53 with Elizabeth opened up in 2020 to Charlotte, and is this her? Is she about to open it up for them?
Du hast es ihm gegeben.
That's Adam. That sounds like Adam. No. Oh, no! Why is alternate Martha working for Adam? It's the mirror thing again. So Martha's world Martha is working with Jonas's world's Adam, and now Jonas's world's Jonas is working with Martha's world's Martha. What year is this? It looks like it's going to be 50s or 1921. Wait, where is everything? All the trees are gone, so this is going to be so far. Is this like 2120 or something? There's nothing. It's the apocalypse. Oh, don't say Claudia. Don't say Claudia. We're not seeing Claudia for. No. That's gonna be Claudia. We're gonna see Claudia. I'm gonna lose my if that's Claudia. That's her. She's got the scar. That's a young version. That's a middle-aged Martha because she's got the scar down her face. What?
Willkommen in der Zukunft.
What? Like, honest to God, what was that? I know somebody said like the worlds aren't supposed to like perfectly mirror. They're not like a perfect copy of each other. But it's weird. Like it's again, they're using they made so many mistakes in their own universe that it's almost now as if they're trying to go to a different, like literally go to a different universe and use a different version of them to then try and fix the mistakes in the first place. But then they're going to end up creating more mistakes, which then will create the Ouroboros. The knot is just knotting and knotting and knotting and knotting. You'll never get this knot undone. And we've got 5 episodes left. 5 episodes left, and I don't know how this is gonna all loop around. I can't even imagine. Like, there's no indication of how I can expect this to end. The only way I expect this ending is everything being fixed. My brain is that overwhelmed at this point that I can't even imagine how or where or when. My brain is that far gone. It's incomprehensible to the point where I feel like I am a spider living in a human world. A spider who is down here, like a spider that lives. A spider's whole universe is this little box, this little shelf on my bookcase. The spider's entire universe and everything that they know is this little box here. And yet, I am now the spider living in this universe that has billions of miles of Earth and universe, and everything's just beyond me. I'm gonna go. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm so glad we didn't see Claudia. But then now thinking about that, because we didn't see her this episode, I feel like we're going to see so much more of her next episode. It's been quite a chilled out episode, which is worrisome because considering how close we are to the end of the entire show, it's worrisome because they normally give you a bit of a break, a bit of breathing time before something huge happens. So either next episode or episode 5, we're going to probably see something absolutely astronomically disgusting happen. So I'm not mentally prepared for that. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button somewhere around here. Early access Patreon link below. I do have bookmarks on Patreon. They're £3 each or 4 for £10, I think it is. I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye bye.